This is the weekend edition of Ifiber One News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks. Stay tuned for the weekend edition of Ifiber One News.
From the Ifiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is Ifiber One News, your number one source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is Ifiber One News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about the bond levy proposed by the Moses Lake School District to build a second high school. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
Moses Lake High School was designed to house 1,600 students. According to the district's numbers, nearly 2,400 students are enrolled in attending class this year. The Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction ranked it as the second largest high school population in the state. The district is hoping voters will approve a new bond that would help alleviate the problem of overcrowding and obsolete infrastructure. The new bond would give the district $98 million. It would allow for the construction of a new high school in Moses Lake, which would open in the 2019-2020 school year. It would also give the district space for an additional 1,600 students. Moses Lake High School would get a needed facelift for the first time in nearly 20 years. Classrooms, labs, and common areas would be upgraded, along with making climate control, restrooms, and parking more efficient. Security would be improved, as well as the building itself, with a new roof and technology infrastructure like wireless networking. The bond will span 20 years and property taxes will go up. On $100,000 of property, the monthly bill will increase about $8.50. Taxpayers currently pay about $46 a month on the existing bond from 2007. They would pay about $55 per month if the new bond is approved. Superintendent Michelle Price said the planning for the bond was a comprehensive process.
Both committees, the one back from 2010 and then the one here that's been working the last several months getting preparation for what should be on a bond, they looked at all options. You know, should we add on to Moses Lake High School? Should we remodel and, you know, put some more portables out there? Should we put a freshman campus on property behind the high school that we own? Should we, you know, rent more space and just live with it? Or should we really just go to the year-round model? And that does allow us to serve 25% more students in our existing facilities, but it has some huge implications for our community. So that committee looked at all of the different options, surveyed our community, and the results back from that was that our community valued a four-year high school, 9th through 12th grade, and over 60% of the respondents said it is time for another high school.
Principal Joshua Meeks said that while the district's gotten creative with finding current solutions like adding more portable classrooms, a long-term solution is needed for the students who'll be coming to high school in a few years' time.
I'll often have conversations with people who will talk about, you know, well, couldn't we just do this? Like, couldn't we just add a second story to this building, or couldn't we just add a few classrooms out in the back? And those may seem like really doable solutions for the today's reality, but they really aren't thinking, you know, 20 years into the future is that even feasible to really solve it? And so that's what this bond initiative and is really intended to do, is to think that way and to think out into the long-term future rather than, you know, just solving today's immediate needs.
Current students say that while they won't benefit from the new high school, the bond is a good investment for the future of Moses Lake.
I think it would, for the further students coming up, it would be a huge impact on their education and how well they can learn and manage themselves in this district. It would definitely space everyone out, so it would create a better learning environment, much like the middle school at Chief Mo. I feel like everything is spread out and it's nice and even. And so if you vote yes, you can make all of our lives here at the high school a lot easier.
The fate of the bond will be decided on February 10th. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for Ifiber One News.
People will have a chance to vote on the bond in the February 10th election. Next up is a story about the annual 4th of July fireworks show in Moses Lake and how the farmers market is hoping to keep the event going. Reporter Cameron Probert has the story.
A Moses Lake group is working to bring back the fireworks show. The City Council endorsed a plan from the Moses Lake Farmers Market to organize the 4th of July fireworks show. The group needs to raise at least $16,000 to donate to the city to pay for the show. The 4th of July celebration was one of the items cut from the 2015 budget after city officials predicted a $1.8 million deficit. Carmen Rimple, a farmers market board member, said farmers market representatives met with city officials to discuss holding it again. They were told if they can raise the money, the city can contract with the company for the fireworks.
As we understand it, the city doesn't have the money to pay for it, and we want to keep it going.
City Manager Joe Gavinsky said he normally signs the contract with the fireworks company by the middle of March. He said it would be nice to have the money available by the time the contract is signed. Rimple said since announcing the plan, market officials received 1,200 responses. For Ifiber One News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.